Well, we're live on YouTube now, guys.
Hey, live on YouTube. Sorry about that. I don't know what was going on. It'd be a lot of technical difficulties because we've been live on IG this whole time, but here we are.
All right.
We about what 18 minutes in. Quick recap. We just talked about our feelings on John Cena and Cody Part Two promo battle. Look, it's almost over. Really.
Hey, man, that means you got to jump on IG. Show some love on IG, too.
What's up,
For
Xander?
real.
Yeah, man. Come on, hop on IG.
Yeah, we got to get
If
them
if we
ratings
get
on there, too.
if we get some more of y'all to follow us and subscribe to us on X, we could be live on there too.
Facts.
So, but anyway, yeah, we were just talking about the John Cena, Cody part two. Pretty much how JD gets the feeling that Cody is scared of John Cena because John Cena is very unpredictable right now, and you don't know what you're going to get from him because he's not giving Cody or the fans what you thought you would get.
Hmm.
Because Cody's been going in on John Cena, but it's like a week go in.
Yeah, man. It's like it's almost like he's saying whatever just to come up with a reaction.
Yeah,
And that's when it
he's
starts
trying
to
to get
seem
John Cena
desperate.
to do something.
I feel
Yeah.
like he might smack his ass just to get a reaction.
He needs to. I thought he was going to do it this past Monday when he started ripping his clothes off.
Yeah.
But we'll
Pause.
see. We'll see. But the last thing before we start moving on to other topics that we have, do does does the last two promos does it have you anticipating the John Cena Cody matchup more, or is it, or are you about the same? Is it less? Like what do you have?
It just makes me wonder. First, it makes me wonder how long their standoff is going to be, right? And then what makes me wonder is like, what are we getting from John Cena? I'm pretty sure his next promo he's gonna talk about his 5 moves of doom.
Yeah, okay. I see, and I think I see the trend. Like I think I see the trend that he's going down now.
Yeah, he's almost like it's almost like a freaking 8 Mile battle with John Cena. He's ripping himself apart for the audience so they get a thrill, and he's getting off all that old shit before he goes in. You get what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
he's calling every truth moment about himself. So I feel like the next promo he's gonna talk about his moveset.
Yeah, and I think I saw somebody say this on a pod a while ago. Well, not a while ago, like within the last couple weeks. John Cena is literally getting off everything that he wanted to get off when he was supposed to turn heel the first time.
Yep.
He's literally getting everything off at this point.
Yeah. And I want to just add something on his moveset thing. Like people forget, like John Cena got a couple moves under his bag, right? You remember he used to do the springboard stunner.
Hmm.
Like he got some moves under his bag. He had a leg drop off the top rope. Like he still got some moves outside of the 5 moves of doom.
He got that what's that move when he flip you over? Um,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that
yeah,
reverse, the reverse power bomb spin, like that the
yeah, he got
luchadors usually
yeah,
do. Yeah, he
he
got
got
that
that.
too.
John
Yeah,
Cena's bag is yeah, his bag is a little deeper than people think.
yeah. It's a little disguised, right?
It's
So,
just because
but yeah, we could
he's so bulky and he does, and then he's always when he started
action
doing that
figure ish.
damn when he started doing that that Kamehameha.
Yeah, fucking
Uh,
action figure ish.
but all right, let's move on. All right, Io, Rhea, and Bianca. We had the contract signing last Monday. Rhea, after the contract was already signed, decides to go in there, still jump the girls, steal the contract, sign her name on it, just just for to do it, saying it's an official document, it's hers. She's delusional. So then Adam Pierce comes out, and before he can even speak about what's about to happen, he starts getting interrupted by each person. First,
Hmm.
Io, then Bianca, then Rhea. Bianca says, Bianca pretty much says, you can't be in the match if you ain't earned it. You
Hmm.
lost. You lost. I won the elimination chamber. I got to fight the champion. You lost to Io, so you don't get no. You have no rights to be in this match.
Right.
Then Rhea comes out and says that she doesn't care about WrestleMania, which I was like, okay.
Mhm.
She just said that she just wants her rematch. Well, if you
Mhm.
want the what Bianca say? She said, you waited 3 weeks for this. You could wait 3 weeks to fight again for it.
Yeah.
Like you could literally just fight the winner of the match between me and Io.
Right.
If you since you don't care about WrestleMania.
Mhm.
But then Adam Pearce says he caves to Rhea and because he gonna have a stroke on that damn show because his show is so chaotic.
It really is.
So then he says, okay, Io, Rhea, next week y'all are fighting for the title.
Mhm.
Winner gets Bianca.
Mhm.
But then Bianca goes to Pierce backstage and acts like she didn't just hear what they said in the ring. Because she said, who's my opponent? And he literally just made a match for her opponent. And then he
Mhm.
says, but you know what? You're going to be the special guest referee. She says she don't know how to referee. He says you got a week to learn.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts? Because that was a lot.
First,
And I
first
didn't
of
even get
all,
into everything.
I'm over it. I hate this. I hate this storyline. And y'all know me. I'm not one to say I hate shit like that, but I hate this. This is literally it took the spark out. First of all, just because it's a lot of bickering, they try to do like the little brawl because Roman, Seth, and CM Punk had some success from it. Everybody can't do that. Um, what the fuck?
Hold up. Making his way to the ring, representing this. What the hell? Oh, okay. He's
That's his
playing
introduction.
sarcasm. Yeah, that's his. I don't know if he's trying to say that's who he is today, or this is WWE 2K player.
Okay, you can't just be randomly popping in with
I
shit like
mean,
that. Okay,
I mean, I mean, damn. Why exactly why I didn't want Bianca to win Rumble? Well, she didn't win the Rumble, but
right. She won elimination chamber. Okay, I have nothing against Bianca. It's just Bianca's good when it's a one-on-one type situation. I don't think she's good with multiple heads being a part of this. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like she's being pulled and having to try to reflect on it. You can tell Bianca's going heel still. It just isn't a part of the Jade and Naomi storyline. Indicators that Bianca's turning heel. She's wearing a grill. She's wearing a grill.
hmm
The fans are booing the fucking life out of her. So
yeah.
they no, they
we
are.
got we
They are.
no, they are, but we got to talk about that.
Okay. And I know it's
This
probably
is this
because
is this
it's
is
overseas.
overseas.
Right. So we definitely have to see what we're gonna get when they come back to the States. But I feel like that WWE could capitalize off of that if they really want to make her heel. Um but it's just too much and it's not clear, right? Uh, Nope, don't post that. Don't post that, Trey. Don't post that.
Well, we
Um,
just alluded to it.
yeah. No. Um, so it's messy and it's messy just like females. As you can see, this is why Triple H said what he said that everybody has to earn their spot to headline WrestleMania. I don't see their match headlining.
So my question is, do they must really think of Io as really like I really wish Jay was here for this. I, they must really think of Io as like one of their bigger stars because if the whole point was to have Bianca versus Rhea, why would you take the belt off of Rhea in the first place and give it
Okay,
to Io?
so this is why I say that it's like glitz and glamour and you're not seeing a bigger picture, right? That I don't feel like I EO is a big star to them, right? They already know that Bianca and Rhea are big stars. That could be an easy match to set up for SummerSlam, right? For them two to go one on one. Because you got a big four, there's 2 nights. SummerSlam is going to be 2 nights, so it's like we can either do this now or we could save it for the summer, and where we could just get both of them head to head. Um, with Io, I think they're boosting her up to get ready for this feud with Asuka. Honestly,
Yeah, you
that's
have
what
been
I'm
saying
thinking.
that Oscar's going to return,
I'm
and
I'm honestly like that's probably really gonna be one of the ones that we do not hear about that's gonna actually happen.
do you think Oscar and Kyrie are going to turn on Dakota and Io, or just Oscar?
It would be Asuka first, right? And Kyrie probably would come because they are Asuka and Kyrie are the original Kabuki Warriors. So um I
And you
think
know,
they would go back
Kyrie and Io got history from Japan
New
and from
Japan.
NXT and
Yeah.
NXT.
So I'm still sitting on my Oscar coming back. So I feel like that's why they're trying to boost her up because they haven't really ran into each other like that. EO and Oscar. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I remember when before they joined, I was like, oh, that would be a good ass feud, right? But we've seen Oscar versus Kari, we've seen EO versus Kari. But Oscar and EO, I feel like that's gonna be a good one. And I think that'll be coming.
They kind of
But
they've never had a one on one, but they definitely fought each other when Oscar was kicking it with Bianca when she was still beefing with Damage Control
yeah,
before Oscar turned.
right.
Um, so all right, so pretty much I think this is going to happen like they all happen. Kind of like the set, like the most recent triple threat with a special, match with a special guest referee, which was Seth and Punk. I mean,
Yep.
Seth and Drew with Punk and Drew. Damn, Punk and Drew
Mm-hmm.
with Seth as the referee. I
Mm-hmm.
think Bianca's going to try to call it down the middle. Rhea is about to once again say that Bianca is scared of her, so she's favoring Io with these calls because she's going to it's going to be a whole bunch of false finishes. She's going to start blaming Bianca. She's probably going to put her hands on Bianca. Bianca's going to put her hands on her back. But and then at the end of it, and let's say Io wins.
Right.
What's going to happen is Rhea's going to throw another temper tantrum, run back to Pierce. You saw that. You saw that. Bianca hit me with a KOD and da da da.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to end up saying, "Okay, you know what? You know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. You're in the match."
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
Basically.
exactly how it's going to happen, or some
Yeah.
version of that, because it's not going to be
That's
clean.
the more likely. That's the realistic version of that happening. I think the alternate.
In order for Rhea to get added to the match for it to be a triple threat, Rhea has to lose.
Yeah. The yeah. Otherwise, she's the champion.
Yeah, and Io's
And
not. Io could just be like, okay, I'll just get my rematch after Mania.
right.
She might not do that, but she could.
Right.
But are you excited for the prospects of this triple threat?
No.
It's not official yet.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I'm just being honest right now. Like I'm gonna watch it, like just to see what the outcome is, to see if the outcome is what I think is gonna be. But I'm not interested, honestly. And it's
So
been a while since I haven't been interested in anything that Bianca wasn't in because everybody knows how I feel about her.
true. They don't say nope. Not excited at all. All right, so let's go to this next topic actually leads to a question that Xandel sent us. So subscriber question. His question is about Jimmy and Jay and Gunther, and the topic is: do we believe that? What did I put? Does Jimmy being involved make you care more about the Gunther and Jay feud?
Oh, you want to know why I'm clapping?
Yes.
Who the fuck just said this last week?
Was it
Who the
you?
who the fuck just said this last week? I said how you make this shit interesting. It would have been much interesting if you get his brother or Sammy in the midst of this feud. I said this shit last week, and look what happened. Love the tag team faction. I love it. Like it was nostalgic. It was
I was hyped
good.
when Jimmy came out.
Hell yeah. Like he didn't even
Did
have
you
to
see
come
him
out to the
pop locking
yeah.
to the yeet?
He didn't even have to. He didn't even have to like come out to his own music. I love that because he's like he's there for his brother. It definitely makes it because what we're gonna get next week is going to amplify Jay's emotion. We have to see Jay emotional. So right now we're seeing Jay as being the ultimate underdog, like Sammy. He's tripping all over himself, literally. I applaud WWE for capitalizing off his botch. and decided to make his botch on purpose.
Hmm.
I applaud
The
them.
talk
Yeah,
that the talk that him and Jimmy had.
yeah. But like with him slipping in the ring, and you could tell it was like a planned slip, right? Come on, man. He ain't really slipped trying to spare him. You could tell like he did that shit on purpose. He sold it good, but I like the fact that they're capitalizing off of it, seeing that like he's all in his head, he can't do shit right and everything. That's how you plan to get him as an underdog to have a big eruption during WWE. I mean during WrestleMania. But Jimmy definitely serves a purpose. That slap though,
Bruh, I thought Jada Parker was slapping these hoes, but the way, bruh,
Jimmy Jimmy brought the island of Samoa with him on that slap. He slapped Gunther for all the ancestors. He
yeah,
slapped Gunther for all of the bloodline.
yeah, all the bloodline right here.
All of the bloodline. One's up, baby. One's up. Cause that slap, I felt that slap. Xander, you
Xander
did
said,
say it, bro. You said damn pimp slaps will do wonders, and let me tell you, it does wonders. So we're gonna see definitely an aggressive Gunther, which a lot of people are ready to see. We're gonna see an emotional Jay Uso, which we have to see there. We have to see him more focused. We have to see the Jay, and this is the thing, foreshadowing. Jimmy referred him to the right hand man, Jay Uso. Right hand man became right hand man after Roman did what he did to Jimmy. He got focused. He was going after the IC championship. He was like out to get him. Like that's when he had his shirt. I'm gonna get him. Like we're getting that replayed all over again 4 years later, just in a different avenue.
and then I talked about it. I texted you and Jay about this. I said I see what they're doing, but it's funny to me that they're doing it with Gunther because they had the same storyline going with Gunther against Priest, where he was in his head, he was acting like he was scared, he was looking vulnerable,
And
and
now
you
it's
weren't
flipped.
sure. And now it's flipped, and now he's back to being a big bad. He's trolling
Mm-hmm.
Jay, trolling his
Mm-hmm.
entrance, attacking his
He,
brother,
mm-hmm.
like doing all of that.
Yep.
So, so this gives you more excitement going into that match.
It does.
I agree. I agree. I think they had
It
to
does.
introduce Jimmy because it was stale. And did you see the interview? Did you watch the Raw recap
Mm-mm.
with Megan Morant and Not Sam Wrestling?
Mm-mm.
They had Jay up there, and he was like, "I know there's a bunch of wrestlers out there that's better than me, but he was like, but this is my time right now."
Mm-hmm.
Like, because remember I talked about it. I love Jay, but
Mm-hmm.
his his promo skills, his in ring work, it's not the greatest, but he has such an aura right now that it's undeniable.
Yeah. Honestly, he's gonna come out. The closer we get, he's gonna start coming out to his theme music with more of a serious type attitude after next week. He
Hmm.
ain't gonna yeet. It's gonna be like he's dialed in.
Yeah, I
He might
think
not.
so. When it comes to baby faces, I think that's what um, separates the corny ones from the ones that uh, people can get behind.
Right.
Is yeah, Jay, all that yeet that you do and the dancing and all that, that's cool. And
Mm-hmm.
taking over Monday Night Raw on your entrance and having a 5 minute entrance is cool and all. But at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, the point is for you. You call yourself main event Jay, but you need to start acting like you really want to get it. I
Right.
understand that the fans love you, but at some point you need to, just like John Cena was able to do that. He'd be real jokey and hamming it up for the crowd. But when it was time to turn up, John Cena, like him or love him,
Mm-hmm.
or hate him, he knew when to turn it on. And I think that's what Cody's issue is sometimes too.
Hold on, Trip.
But
Downtown
yeah,
at the cookie shop.
okay. So Yeah, so but as far as that, I do agree with you. I think that Jay is going to finally start getting the serious tone back to how he was remember when he was coming out mad serious when he didn't want Sammy a part of the bloodline and how he was and
Mm-hmm.
all of that when the bloodline first started. That Jay needs to come back for this feud.
Right.
Cause this
Mm-hmm.
is cause this is his last chance. I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
This is last chance to finally do something.
Yeah.
Um,
It really
you got
is.
you got anything else on this before we move on?
Um, the only thing I would have to say is WWE cannot fumble this opportunity with him. Um, I feel like Jay will be that champion that we will see multiple people being able to challenge him. I don't
Hmm.
see that with Gunther. Gunther is a heavyweight. Like when they used to have weight parameters around, who held the titles and stuff like that. He's a heavyweight. Jay is like that middleweight who can fight a heavyweight, but also is so big with his class. You get what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
Finn could give him a good challenge. Dom could give him a challenge. JD McDonough, like Carlito, like, and I'm just naming a couple. The New Day can start challenging him. You get what I'm saying? It expands the competition
And it's
around.
believable. It's believable.
Yes, it's believable. Like it, I just see it being total 360 for WWE, especially for the Raw roster with him holding that title.
And like you
Because he's a
said, I
work
think,
he's a workhorse, believe it or not.
and then you and Jay, JD, no, you and Jay have been saying you're JD. um, Jay is the most over person on Raw without a title.
He is.
He's more over than any champion they have. He's more over than any tag team. He's more over than anybody. So you have to reward that. One would think he's number
Yeah.
two merch seller. I think John Cena is
hmm
probably number one just because of the farewell tour.
hmm
And then Cody,
No,
was it
Jay
Cody?
is Jay's one, Cena's two, Cody's three.
Okay, I could have sworn I saw something that said Jay was number two, but it don't
It,
matter.
yeah, it
the
probably
point is,
could have flip flopped.
the point is, Jay is a top three, top two merch seller, and they normally with those type of people, they normally don't just have them. They normally just don't throw cold water on that.
Right.
But I'm working on my segue skills. So speaking of cold water, let's talk about how Charlotte absolutely cooked Tiffy time in that side by side promo.
Yeah, I like that they did that. Very throwbackish. Um, you always got to appreciate that. It reminds me of Seth Rollins and
And Riddle,
Matt Riddle. It definitely reminded me of that. Talking on top of each other and stuff. It was good, man. It definitely brought a little bit of intensity um, to their match.
so okay, I have two things, or a couple things,
Hmm
maybe three. Do you think that do you think Charlotte went off script or do you think it was planned to be that way?
Charlotte went off script.
And you could tell that Tiffany was trying to remember what she was supposed to say.
Yeah, yeah. Charlotte definitely went off script because Tiffany, her facial expression showed like you wasn't supposed to say that. Like
Hmm.
you went in a different avenue. So she was trying to bring it back, but Charlotte did good because she did a John Cena moment, right? That's where you
Hmm.
test them to see are you capable of holding this mantle?
Hmm.
Like the old heads got to test the young bucks to see. And going off script is one of the quickest way to see if you can hang in there. If you fumble,
Because this is live TV, people do stuff, people forget lines, people go into business for themselves. You got to be able to come back.
yep, yep.
And I think the crazy thing is people are talking about they showed that one promo when Tiffany was going against Becky and the promos that she was cutting on Becky. And she was cutting some pretty decent promos on Becky. But
hmm
Charlotte's a different monster.
That's a different breed.
And
You got to know who her daddy is.
and you also have to remember that the whole time that Tiffy has been on the main roster, she hasn't really had many face promos.
Mm-mm.
She literally became a face one. She became a face before she got the title, but she's really become a face after it. And she hasn't really had any real promos against Nia, um, maybe Candice, but her promo skills aren't that great. And then instead of trying to help build up her promo activity with Charlotte, you stick her in a tag match with Trish Stratus at the Elimination Chamber. Instead of her getting more practice going at it with Charlotte, you stick her in this tag match for just because you wanted her and Trish to be in the ring together.
Nah, you should have been had her going at Naya the moment that she won. She should have kept having a promo battle with Naya to prepare her for
Hmm.
Charlotte because um like you said with her promos, she'll do a solo promo, then her opponent will come out or whoever she's beefing with will do a promo. She don't say nothing, and then next thing you know they're just fighting.
Oh, here we go, Jerv Scott. Yo, 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 what's
What
up,
up,
sir?
John?
Um, Also, remember when the very first promo, Charlotte low key cooked her in that one when she was telling Charlotte to pick her.
Yeah,
She low key
yeah,
cooked her in that one. I
yeah.
think, and then I think that
I
do you
don't
think
know. I
that
wouldn't. I wouldn't say she cooked her. It's just like,
she pretty much said the same stuff she was saying now, except because pretty much
yeah,
called her a child. She disrespected. Well, in this one, she disrespected her her championship win because she's saying you won it by cash in. But then if this is where Tiffany needs to start doing some more research on Charlotte because you could easily come back at her when she says stuff like that.
hmm
You could easily come back at her when she says you're not even the hottest thing on the roster you're on. She easily came back at her when she said when you're my age you would hope to still have a job. Those
yep.
are lines that Tiffany could easily come after, but she wasn't able
I'm
to
like,
because her mind got messed up when
yeah,
Charlotte started going off script.
because she could easily say you're the same one who lost the title 24 hours after winning to Sasha. Of course, she can't
Hmm.
mention Sasha, but
But you could just say
she
you
could,
lost the title.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like it's so many like different segues she could have went. But like you
I mean,
said,
if
she
she
had,
really, yeah, if she really wanted to go there, she could talk about it. Uh, but I don't think she would. But I think that
I mean,
she could definitely she could definitely talk about how if you want to keep calling me a kid and a child, then I could definitely start calling you old. Like don't like you can't be. I saw Bully Ray say people trying to bring up Charlotte's age. She's only 36. Yeah, but Charlotte is calling Tiffany, who's 25, a baby. So why can't Tiffany say to her that she's a grandma?
mhm.
If we're gonna go to the extremes of each,
Yeah, I
so.
don't I don't think that it's certain people who can handle real life situations, right? I don't think with the
Mhm.
women, they're ready to capitalize off of like extreme personal situations, like Charlotte and um her in Andrade, like because that's fresh. They still on the same roster, like on the same show. So we don't know what's going on behind stages
Nah,
with
the
them.
funny shit would be if because these two have history, and I can't wait for them to finally fight each other. If Charlotte gets into a promo battle with Liv, Liv is definitely going to bring up the fact that she has a Latino man and you don't. Like she'll definitely bring that
Oh
up.
yeah, she's definitely gonna do
But
that.
they won't feud because right now because Liv is too good as a
Yeah,
heel. You can't have heel versus heel right now. But back
yeah.
to Tiffany. I think that and then oh my god, the saddest part was when that's why I said the segue with cold water. She said, "You just throw cold water on the hottest thing," and then Charlotte started trolling her. She said, "I do what? What'd you say?" and then Tiffany repeated it again. But I was, you know how I say, I start getting uncomfortable when people start
That
doing stuff.
cringe.
I started
Yeah,
cringing, man. I had to cut it off for a second. I had to go back. I
yep,
couldn't do it.
yep,
'Cause
yep.
they made Tiffany look bad.
Yeah.
But a part of me is like, do you think that and this is an early prediction, but not really predicting the match. But do you think that it's leaning more towards a Charlotte win with the fact that Charlotte's the only one carrying this feud? Or do you think that Tiffany still has time in the last 3 weeks to turn it around?
I'm never gonna say never. Um, but if she doesn't turn it around in 2 weeks, they're gonna lean more towards Charlotte winning to teach her a lesson.
Hmm.
You
And
get
then
what I'm
she could
saying?
easily and then she could feud with Charlotte
Yeah,
leading up to getting the title back.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Charlotte doesn't have long title reigns.
Hmm.
He said, "Please turn it around."
And
Nah,
then
because
it could not be a clean finish, right? They could still have Charlotte win, but it could be like on some distraction, and Nia comes out to help Charlotte, and Charlotte be looking like I didn't never need you, but then she capitalizes off of it, and then Charlotte, Nia, and Tiffany are all feuding after WrestleMania. You get what I'm saying?
say what people want about Nia. Nia does know how to cut promos,
She she does.
and
I don't like her voice though.
she can go off script. Well, people don't
Yeah,
like Charlotte's voice.
facts.
I like well, and then people don't like Tiffany's voice.
Oh no, I don't. I don't.
But I think the thing is, do you think it was too early for them to put the title on Tiffany?
Um, I'm not gonna say it was too early because if it was too early, she should have never won Money in the Bank. We gotta go all the way back there.
I mean, she did have to cash in when she did.
I mean, but still, when they put Money in the Bank on her, they had dreams and thoughts of her eventually winning. So I don't think it was too
Honestly,
early.
honestly,
And
I
she was
remember
and she was with Naya to learn, but I don't feel like she learned enough partnering with Naya.
I was under the remember I kept saying for months until Money in the Bank happened because initially I had picked Chelsea to win it,
Hmm.
um, and Tiffany was my second pick. And remember I said that since Nia had won Queen of the Ring, I thought that her and a returning face Charlotte should have fought for the belt and to be Queen versus Queen.
Yeah,
And then if
I
you still
remember
wanted to
that.
put, and then if you still wanted to put uh the Money in the Bank on Tiffany, you could have just had Tiffany cash in on Charlotte after
Yeah,
Mania. You could have
true.
had to do that because,
Hmm.
but the thing is, well, Charlotte tried to be a face for a small amount of time when she first came back, but then when the
Yeah.
crowd turned on her, she just said, "Screw it, I'll be what y'all want." She's doing the opposite of John Cena. She's giving the fans what they
Hmm.
want. They want to boo her.
Hmm.
I'm a Charlotte fan. I think she gets a lot of heat for no reason, but I don't want to get into that. I know certain people in our comment section agree with the fact that they are with their disdain for Charlotte Flair, but
Yeah.
I think that yeah, Tiffany needs to turn it around um,
True.
within the next couple weeks. All right, so let's get back to. So we had two things happen because on Friday night SmackDown, or Friday afternoon SmackDown, 'cause, they're overseas, so the SmackDowns be coming on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
uh, Raw's going to be 3 o'clock because it's in London. It'll be this week. I mean SmackDown's going to be at 3 o'clock, I think. Either way, we had the contract signing between Roman, Seth, Roman. No, not contract signing. We had a face off with Seth, Roman, and Punk. What'd you think
Hmm.
of the face off?
We're over that.
I know. I just wanted to get it in there. Pause.
Mm.
Uh, I want to make sure everybody's voice gets heard.
Um. Mm, 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 mm.
Oh, and before we dive into this, I do want to go ahead. Y'all see the background. I got the bloodline. I'm also here on the island of relevancy. But I also got this. Ugh. So WWE, they had the Funkos on sale. Shout out to I got Umaga, and then I got the Bronze Roman, the statue
Oh
behind
yeah.
him.
Oh yeah. You gotta have the tribal chief.
I got the
All
Tribal
right.
Chief bronze version.
I'm not gonna.
But
I'm
go
not gonna
ahead.
say. I'm not gonna say that I hated it. I love seeing. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying it. I love what CM Punk said.
That I didn't screw you.
I just love his whole promo. Actually, I like everybody's promo. Roman doesn't have to say enough. Seth comes out, you know, try to talk about he should have let him finish CM Punk off. Pause. Um, damn, I told you it was gonna be a lot of pause moments during this episode, y'all. But a lot of he should have finished him off. but then it's saying like that this has always been about those two, right? Um, so I respect that. Um, then I respect like everything that CM Punk said. The fact that neither one of them had beat Roman. I mean, beat CM Punk without each other's help. That goes back in the Shield when CM Punk brought the Shield in. You know what I'm saying? Like the history in it, it just makes it so much better. Um, and then yeah, so I'm gonna pause right there. What you got to say?
All right, so I liked it. I liked it as well. Um, I like the fact that I like the fact that hold on. Stephanie's Place episode was pretty good. Gave insight into his mindset. Yeah, CM Punk was her first episode, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Their relationship really has turned around.
Yeah, like
Him and Triple
I
H's
love
too.
I love what Triple H said on that episode, right?
I haven't watched it.
Uh, yeah, just to indicate it, he was like, you know, one of the things that he said is that if we're the same people that we are now that we were 10 years ago, that means we wasted 10 years of our life. So
Yeah,
let's come together. Let's leave all that in the background. And what's the possibility? So, and the possibilities is working. Like CM Punk cooks, bro. Like I know everybody has their vendetta about him and everything. He cooks because that is one person that any of his promos, he brings validation to his promos, right?
hmm
And because he's been a part of, I, when I say three generations, I'm not talking about like three generations of wrestling. I'm talking about three generations of eras that we've been a part of, right? So CM Punk has been in at least I want to say three eras, which it serves a purpose when you're having a triple threat match in a feud like this because he's just as important in this triple threat match as Roman and Seth are.
hmm
He's just as important because he was the one to bring the Shield in to help him defeat The Rock, and they were
Well,
his what you call it?
he talked about that on Monday, but
Yeah,
yeah, all right, yeah, Xander, best in the world. Yeah, I get all that, and yeah, he does cook on the mic. I'll never take that away from him, but I still don't like his ass, so so it's whatever. But it's Team Bloodline over here all day, every day. Um, Friday, it was funny
it was.
because
Seth makes it funny, bro. Like
Seth,
Seth is he's a comedic
yeah,
fighter, bro. Like the fact that got his jacket and he threw it over Roman's head, like it was honestly like a childhood street fight.
all right, screw all this. Uh, they're promoing with each other on Fridays, whatever. What do you think about that brawl? And every single one of them point to the WrestleMania sign separately.
I didn't like that part.
You didn't like that?
Um, I probably liked. I didn't like how CM Punk did it. I like how Seth and Roman carried on with it. You get what I'm saying? Like when CM Punk did it, it was kind of like, but when because he's because low key they ignored him.
hmm
When he did it, he was standing on the table and they ignored him. They looked at him and then they kept on fighting. And so it took like CM Punk some time to even get to him. Oh shit. Hold up, pause. I got a Charlie horse. Woo. Nah. Uh-uh. You had to clip it, man. Oh boy. Guys, this is just I'm a basketball coach, y'all, so this shit happens.
Oh,
Okay.
you was running them suicides with your players?
Yeah, man. All right. But like I was saying, Seth and Roman, how they carried on in it, it just served it better. Pause. You can mute me, Trey. Keep talking.
All right. So my whole thing was I did like how um I said forget the promo, but I do want to go back and say I do like the fact that Punk brought back up the favor. Because sometimes in wrestling, we will have things happen. We will have things happen, and they will forget, and they'll act like they never said it, or they won't bring it up. So the fact that he brought back up the favor, I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna I'm gonna transition to Monday when he brought up the favor. Zando said, "Old man syndrome."
Facts.
uh, I want to bring back up Monday's promo where he said that because he didn't even realize that a triple threat had been made. He says he didn't even know when he was cutting that promo,
Mm-hmm.
and then he said he had to take a really long look at the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some conspiracies going around about this triple threat. I
Mm-hmm.
know we've sent them to each other. One is that Punk will make sure that the winner of that match gets inserted into. Well, it's two. One is that match main events, so that could be like
Mm-hmm.
night one.
Mm-hmm.
Another conspiracy is that the winner of that match gets inserted into Cody Cena.
Yep.
Another one, another, and the other conspiracy that I'm seeing is a lot of people. This is starting to get some legs. A lot of people are saying that Heyman's going to turn on both Roman and Punk and go with Seth.
Mm.
I'm seeing that one. I'm seeing that a lot now. So, what are your thoughts on any of that?
The person that said this now, I don't think that aligns. I feel like that it would align if he was um the Seth character when he the Messiah. If he was the Messiah, then that would line up with Paul Heyman. Um,
It doesn't work for the
I'm just
Visionary
nah, it doesn't work for the Visionary. I mean, Paul
or
Heyman,
whatever version of whatever version he
he
is now.
he can amp it up, but Seth likes to be on the mic. He doesn't like to, you know, be
Well, so does CM Punk, but that that doesn't stop him from that didn't stop him from having Paul Heyman with him.
yeah.
hmm So what? So let's take the Seth one out because I agree with you. That one does. That one seems the most unrealistic, but also that would be something that Jay would say.
Right.
It would be one of his predictions. And if this comes true, WWE, then you need to hire me. And but
I'm gonna be the Oracle.
I was I would say out the three that I said, I could honestly see the winner being inserted into the making that a triple threat for the title.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it. All three of them have issues with Cena and Cody.
And Cody. Yep.
Punk doesn't really have an issue with Cody, but he does have one with Cena. He always has.
But he wanted to fight Cody.
True, and he said he would stab Cody in the front, not the back.
Right.
Pause.
But okay, so that scenario, what it does is it saves Cody because Cody doesn't have to take the pin.
Cody could lose.
Yeah. I don't like that, Xander. I don't like that. Not this week. Only because you missed it. Personal situations. Otherwise, he
Yeah,
would be here.
he's not here for personal reasons.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't let you slide on that one. I'm not gonna chuckle ha ha on that one. But yeah, it will work. You get what I'm saying? Like if they really wanted to protect Cody and if they wanted to extend their storyline, because I feel like that their storyline can be extended to even to Backlash.
hmm
Because back
So
cause Backlash is after
Mania.
Mania. Yep.
So yeah, and then honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that if Punk won the triple threat, that Seth still screwed him in that triple in the other triple threat.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because Seth his beef with Punk is that he wants to get him out of WWE by any means necessary. And
Yep.
then like you said, Punk said it. Neither one of you have beat me without the other. And then on Monday he said, "I'm the one that brought you in here." Like, you got another one?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I got another one.
I thought you meant Charlie
Oh
voice.
no, no. You said something. It did my freaking evil mastermind just start working? Like, bro, like we all know. I'm healed, bro. Like inside, I play the good guy, but I'm really healed, dog. So the last thing that we saw from The Rock when he cut up is the two, right? At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to this, right? Bloodline. Seth Rollins comes in. I love what you said because this is the part that I needed to get my brain working. Seth Rollins takes out CM Punk. Everybody would think that Roman is coming to take out John Cena because Cody helped him with the bloodline, right?
Mhm.
And they would think that Roman wants Cody for himself, so he's gonna take out Cena so he could get back at Cody to take the championship away from Cody.
I see where you're going.
What if he takes out Cody in the same fashion that Roman was taken out at last year's WrestleMania? John Cena wins, and Roman grabs the title and hands it to Cena. The Rock comes out, and they put up the ones. Ooh,
Okay.
ooh,
Okay. So
ooh,
I saw where you were going.
ooh. No,
I'm
The Rock, and the Roman put up the ones.
the reason why I wouldn't roll with that part is
Ooh, oh,
because
it. Watch it happen.
and then I'm looking. This is about to be a Owen Hart joins the Nation situation. They trying to get MJF to join the Hurt Syndicate.
Mm. But go ahead.
Shelton and Lashley just came out because they all in the ring together. But what I was going to say is I know Roman isn't a, traditional by the book face, but he is in face territory right now. I don't think that they would have him join The Rock as of right now. Because I think in the back of Rock's head, I think he still wants to punish Roman for losing the title in the first place.
Mm-mm.
So that's why
Go
let me get
ahead.
this
Go
out.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So when I said that Seth could come out and screw Punk, I do believe that Seth, Cena, and Rock and Travis Scott, if y'all want to put him in there, would be the Rock's new crew. And for now, and I could see Cody and Roman having to team up again to fight them. And then because everything is still going to lead to this Roman and Rock match potentially at next year's Mania 42. So that's
Okay.
where I'm kind of with it.
It still can lead there because Roman. How confident are people that I know we say Dom and stuff like that? It being a youngster that retires Cena. Why can't it not be Roman to retire Cena?
It could be, which is why I don't see him joining The Rock.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. He's
Okay,
playing the
yeah, playing
game.
a
Okay,
double agent.
yeah, like that's perfect, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, you got to think The Rock came out when Roman got the Ula Fala, like they had their little ceremony and stuff like that. So once again, he is a tribal chief. Um, the Rock is a chief, but he's not as powerful as a tribal chief. So what gives him more power is having a tribal chief with him. I'm not gonna say that Seth being a part of it, wouldn't hurt. I've also seen like where there's been talks about freaking Austin Theory, like we talked about last week. That
Well,
popped up.
didn't y'all say that y'all see a Shield reunion happening?
I did say that, but okay. So something that I had to digress is that Jimmy's a face right now. Jay's a
Jay is
face
a
right
face.
now, right?
Sammy's a face.
Sammy's a face. Bloodline 2.0 are pretty much about to be rogue, right? Um, Roman is starting to retract. He still gets the face pop, but he's doing heelish stuff. He's doing healer stuff.
What's the healer stuff that he's doing?
The fact that he pulled Seth out of the ring like that to cause Punk to lose, that's a heel tendency.
But we know why he did it. He's literally
Yeah,
said it. Seth Rollins tried to kill me.
yeah. I get it. I get it. But Roman's neutral, so he could go either way, right? And everybody loves him. So I feel like
The
Roman's
only the only heel his stuff against Seth isn't heelish. The stuff against Punk is.
okay. So they have to do something else with him because there is no more bloodline. You're not bringing the bloodline back together. So I feel like that if he joins the Rock and Cena, that it will be something different.
Okay.
You can't see what.
Probably your Roman point.
Oh,
Yeah, I
tell me.
see right now I see if anything, I see Roman being completely alone. And I could see Cena, Seth, Rock, and Heyman being together
I
before I
mean,
see Roman with them.
but one thing we never saw, like we never seen Roman, we never heard about Roman's interaction after Cena and Rock did what they did. We never heard anything about him. They never asked him anything
I don't think
regarding
he
that.
cares. I don't think he cares.
Does he?
He's too focused. His attention right now is focused on Seth
Ending it
and
with
now
Seth,
Punk because of the Paul Heyman factor.
and that ends at WrestleMania, but it's 2 nights, so we don't know what the fuck we could possibly get.
Does it end at WrestleMania?
What with him and Seth?
Who,
No,
Roman and Seth?
probably not.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
because they Roman and Seth won't be finished until they finally get that one-on-one match, and and their match needs to be like a no holds barred match, like because
But okay,
the last time they fought one-on-one in a regular match, Roman lost because he didn't remove the choke from Seth.
yeah, yeah. So this is the thing too. Like Seth coming out, taking out Cody, that kind of gives him face. I mean, taking out CM Punk. It's not. It doesn't make him face, but
It
it's
definitely
like
doesn't make him face.
it shows that he's helping Cody. I don't. So he would have to take out Cody too if he joins The Rock and
No, because his sole purpose is to screw with CM Punk. He won't give a damn who wins it. He just don't want Punk to win it.
right. But that means that
So
if he joins The Rock, that means he gotta take out Cody too.
I don't think he'll have a problem with that. But my whole point is when he first let's say this does happen when he first comes out, nobody's going to be thinking he's taking out Cody. Everybody knows he's gunning for Punk.
Right. So he takes that shield of armor. Oh, he decides not to be that shield for Cody anymore.
Hmm. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying that is a bad concept.
like I could see him taking out Punk, Cena looking at him, Cena and Cody both looking at Seth. Uh, Seth creeping over to Cody's side, and Cody's looking at him, and then Seth saying something like, "Yeah, man, I still got you." Even though, but then, because you gotta remember, Seth still has issues with Cody because he teamed with The Rock in the first place to go against Bloodline 2.0 at Bad Blood. So Seth got a because he was like, I put my body on the line for you at WrestleMania to defeat this
Yeah.
guy, and then you end up
Hmm.
teaming with him anyway. So he still has beef with Cody.
Right.
It's just no time to explore it right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know, but either way, I think
Oh,
do
another
you
major
think
vendetta that could spark their feud again is the fact that Roman helped John Cena win.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But
Yeah.
uh, do you think that the favor comes into play at WrestleMania? Because they're bringing it up now. Because now that Punk is bringing it up on the mic more than once,
Yeah.
and the fact that he's talking about how he carefully has to read the contract,
Hmm.
you think the favor comes into play? Do you think we'll know what the favor is, or we'll realize it after the match or during the match?
I think it's gonna happen before the match. There's gonna be a clause in there, but the actual favor happens. I think Paul Heyman leaves with CM Punk.
Okay, so you think he does leave? So Roman still he still loses Paul Heyman at the end of the day.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Yep.
That's true, and he does keep bringing up that he was the original Paul Heyman guy,
And I don't and
and
honestly,
he was my wise man first, and
I think Roman takes the L.
I could see that. Again,
Mhm.
it's early, but I could see that only
I think
because I think the Seth CM Punk thing isn't over. They're not going to be over until one of them until I think it won't be over until Seth beats Punk 1-on-one with no
mhm.
help
Mhm.
because they can't keep doing Seth Rollins like this. Like he won the
True.
cage, but like you said, he won it with help.
Right.
But all right, so this wasn't on my topic list, but I do want to talk about it because it was a development that happened on Monday. The IC Championship.
Mhm.
They've been foreshadowing this breakup with hold on. Zano says it would have to be before. Okay, so he agrees with you. They've been foreshadowing this Judgment Day breakup for months.
Mhm.
Uh then this past Monday, and then uh Liv said something that was very interesting to Dom in a backstage segment. She brought up how you should try to go ask Penta again to join the Judgment Day. But Dom says, "Yo, Finn not with it." She goes, "Yeah, but he wasn't with you bringing me into the Judgment Day either." And look how that turned out.
Mhm.
Which is a callback to when Finn got up in Rhea's face and he said he was the one that told Dom to go after Liv, and he didn't say bring her in, but to go after her and
Mhm.
forget about Rhea. The
Mhm.
whole is showing that from what I'm seeing, it's looking like the whole master plan of this new Judgment Day was always Dom's idea.
Mhm.
It was his idea to get Rhea and Damien out. Finn was
Mhm.
with that,
Mhm.
but Finn was with Dom using Liv to get at Rhea, but he wasn't necessarily with replacing her with Liv.
Right.
Then Carlito walks up to him and goes, "You know, you're the reason why I'm in a Judgment Day too." And then Dom says, "Yeah,
Mhm.
you're right." The only
Yep.
person that Dom didn't recruit is JD,
Yep.
and I'm pretty sure he recruited Raquel,
Yeah.
even though they haven't said it. It was Liv and Dom that probably recruited her, but it was Dom's idea probably.
Yep.
And then if you notice, 2 weeks in a row, Liv literally said the first time she said it to Dom, she said, "I don't know why you just didn't book yourself in that match against Braun." And then the next week she says to Raquel, "I still don't understand why Dom didn't put himself in that match."
Mhm.
So she's not even thinking. Finn is out the picture.
Yeah.
And then they did that backstage promo when Finn and JD lost to the War Raiders, and she said, "Oh man, I think is it that time?" And then Dom said he said pretty much told her to relax.
Yeah.
And then Dom getting involved in Finn's match and then grabbing the IC title, looking at it same way Eddie did. They both got the Latino Heat, Latino cheat shirts on.
Mhm.
And rumors are that this is going to end up being a fatal four way with Penta versus Braun versus Dom versus Finn. And if
Yep.
that is, I'm saying it early, Dom is winning that
Dom is
shit.
winning. Dom is winning. Dom is winning.
And then they will officially kick Finn out either that night or the Monday after.
Yep. And I feel like that it would be down to those two.
Hmm.
And I feel like Judgment Day will take them out.
And think about it.
And
After
Penta could join with them too.
he still
He
could.
still could. Cause
Look,
Dom didn't necessarily hit him with that chair.
he didn't hit him at all with the chair.
No. He was giving it to him.
He gave Penta the chair. Penta threw it back at him and did the little spinning kick, but he didn't attack him. Did he attack him again after that? I think he probably did. But
Yeah.
then Finn came in reluctantly. He came in to save Dom. And then if you, the thing that I love about WWE now
The pictures that they man.
is the
Go ahead.
fact that they this is how you know we're not in the Vince era now because the stuff that they do on Instagram and X
Yep.
tells more story than what they're actually doing on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Dom has pretty much been telling the whole story through his Instagram the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and so has Liv.
He posted like
And
that picture that was posted with him like kind of leaning back, looking down, and Finn was like next to Carlito with his hands up and everything. Yeah, I peeped that too.
or when the way that Dom looked at Finn when Finn hugged him for getting him the IC title match,
Yep.
and then if you look at what happened. Finn puts up the thing calling Dom a snake, and then Liv retweets it, but it's flipped. She's calling Finn the snake, not agreeing with Finn that Dom is a snake.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at the pictures that they posted after Monday of them all in the car together. And
Yep.
then Finn talking about brothers fight. This is what happens. Blah blah blah. Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
think my boy might finally do it. I think he
Yep.
might finally do it.
He's
And
an old
then
one, man.
he is. And then we and so that's that story. We didn't talk about this. We didn't get a chance to talk about this really quick. How'd you feel about, or did we talk about it last week? Naomi running up on Jay during the Metro Live. Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah. No.
We didn't
Mm-mm.
because it happened that Friday, so we didn't
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts? Naomi finally got her get back.
I ain't like to get back. I'm gonna keep it.
Why?
Keep it. It was too simple.
Because Jay took a loss.
No, I don't care about Jade taking a loss. I'm here for her taking a loss. I just didn't like the Naomi got to get more aggressive. I
Because that's
just
another match that hasn't been signed yet for Mania, but you know it is.
yeah, it's just like I was definitely here for the interaction. Like I'm not gonna do that. It's just like everything in between, or after the interaction and stuff like that. Like her move set on how she like fights Jade got to tweak because she's still doing like the booty bump and stuff like that. She gotta
That
change.
can still be heelish though.
It can be because it can be to mock her and stuff like that, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's still good. Like I like the wardrobe, like with the caution tape, how she had her hair just like Jade. The caution tape showed when they cautioned out that area that the crime scene happened. Like I like that
They've
until
been
it
telling
starts
the
to
story.
tell a
They've been
story.
telling the story with their outfits the whole time.
Yep.
All right, so moving on. So we pretty much talked about it, but the build for Mania. So based off of everything that we talked about today, do you see it become? Do you see it? Do you honestly see it picking up more a couple weeks prior, or do you think it's just going to be a blase blah build, and then we'll finally get some better stuff on the actual show?
I mean,
Just going off of right now.
you're always gonna get better stuff on the actual show. I feel like that. I said it last week. When we get down to the last 2 weeks, that's when we actually get the heat.
Hmm.
It's a slow build, but I mean, the coin's gonna be cashed in Vegas, man. Like you gotta. Right now, they counting numbers, so they
They
looking at
still
where we're
they
at.
still saying that the tickets aren't selling like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's their fault.
But shit, they still gonna make their money because with the prices that they charging, they still gonna make their money.
Yeah.
And people are still
So
gonna end up going. But
so if they drop it down 500, you could see that people are gonna buy it, but a lot of people are waiting until the week of WrestleMania to purchase their tickets.
mm, all right, so I wanted to do some NXT AEW quick hits really quick. Um, Soraya is officially gone from AEW.
Mm,
I think that was made official either today or yesterday.
mm.
Um, uh, Moxley. Oh, so there was rumors that Moxley could end up showing up at WrestleMania 41.
I
But the
don't
thing
know.
is, well, it's at the end of the month. He does fight Swerve on the 6th for AEW Dynasty,
Hmm.
but we'll see. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. He just signed
isn't
a
he still
5-year
in?
deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's still under contract, man. Like so, I don't even see that even being possible.
What would be his role in this?
Only if it was a Shield reunion to take out like CM Punk, The Rock, everybody who done them wrong or something like
That'll
that.
be the
I don't
only
know.
thing. That'll be the only
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, but when he left, he had a vengeance against Seth. So the only thing that I could see is him helping Roman, but then
Mm.
probably taking out Roman. But what I'm saying? It's just it's some things that could happen, but I don't see that happening.
Did you see Swerve on DJ Vlad?
Mm-mm.
So Swerve was making comments about black wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think it was Booker T that had an issue with it. Let me try to find it really quickly. I think Swerve was talking about uh oh, he said Swerve felt like he was bullshitted around at the WWE Performance Center.
Mm-hmm.
Um, One day he said this. The one day I knew I was getting bullshit around the PC was when I was there for like 3 to 4 months, and I got called to do a 205 live against Drew Gulak, who had the cruiserweight championship. Strickland said at the time 205 live was being taped after episodes of SmackDown, so we had to go out on the last night in Miami after you seen all the stars, and it was me and Drew Gulak. We went 18 minutes in the ring straight for the cruiserweight championship. Everybody's on their feet going crazy. I have Swerve's house signs, like going after Roman. They're not chanting "This is awesome." They're chanting "Let's go Swerve." They're actually rooting for me to win this title, and I'm losing to Drew Gulak. That's one thing he says. Uh, and then he brought up something about black wrestlers, and we talk about it a lot, not getting any wins on main event shows like PLEs and things of that nature. Booker T took issue with that. I'm trying to find it, but what's your thoughts on Swerve's gripe with WWE so far?
Swerve was good, but he wasn't what he is now when he was with WWE. Like,
Hmm.
keep it a bean, Velveteen and Ricochet were the dudes for NXT during that time. Like, Swerve was probably the third, and Keith Lee. Swerve was probably like the fourth or fifth, like top black dude in NXT. So what he is now, it just shows what growth he's had. I mean, I don't feel like you take offense to that. Like, when they had 205 live, bro, like that's a part of the performance. Like,
Okay,
you
this is
just
what
because
Booker
they
said. He said, "I'm just trying to figure out what he's talking about. I'm black, so I'm just trying to understand if something happened to him personally. Maybe he thought he should have been a bigger star in WWE. I hate that we're still talking about this race thing. I've been working for the company for a long time, and I know I've been treated fairly for 20 years.
hmm
That's not true, Booker, because that shit with Triple H. You should have won that match,
yeah,
and the racistness that they did in that promo.
right.
I know you a company guy, and I met you in Houston. Cool guy, but and then Swerve clarified that his point wasn't just his personal opinion, but instead that many fans have been saying for years. Swerve stated that the audience has been voicing concerns for the past 2 to 3 years about black wrestlers not getting singles matches on major WWE events like premium live events. We've also said that. Um, and this is Swerve's quote. That's not what happened when Vince said the N word in front of you. That's not being treated fairly. My opinion, and to the statement, is not what I'm saying, it's that I'm saying what people are saying. I'm saying that your audience is saying what your audience is saying. It's not just me talking out of my ass. It was your audience that has been complaining for about 2 to 3 years about how seeing black talent getting singles matches on PLEs and stuff like that. So
I
that's what
mean,
Swerve had to say.
it's fair.
All right, I agree. We've talked about it. They get more matches on NXT. Hopefully, when they pull those NXT people up, they'll start getting more matches. But you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I need Melo to
Yeah.
start fighting for the US title, stuff like that. And then the last thing is uh, Stephanie Vacker defended both her titles successfully,
Mm.
and she got called out by the Juggernaut Jordan
Jordan Grace.
Grace.
hmm
Hmm. I believe that the next person, and then uh, the ladies in the back all gathered around Ava talking about they need to be the next one to fight this for that, this for that. I think Jordan Grace is probably going to go after the NXT women's title. I think that either Kalani or Carmen is going to get another match against Stephanie for the North American.
Yeah.
Jada, shout out to her. Um, I knew they weren't going to put it on her after just putting it on Stephanie. I think Julia's going to come back and get her rematch. And then the final thing is I sent y'all the video of Paul Heyman showing Ava the bloodline stuff. And then
Yeah.
she posted on X, patience is a virtue.
hmm
What's your quick thoughts on that?
I don't know if she's gonna be wrestling. I don't know if she's gonna have managerial things, but I know she's gonna still have some kind of affiliation with her dad.
And they and another one of our subscriber questions funny enough, was do we think Ava will attempt to wrestle again?
I don't know. I don't know.
You
Um,
brought up her making a female bloodline
yeah, I
with
did
Naomi
with
and Nia Jax.
uh-huh. Or they could be bringing in are
Tonga
they the
twins.
Tongan twins? Yeah,
Tonga twins.
like it's some other stuff that could come into play. It's just that's one of them situations where it's like you have to be just patient and be surprised and see
Hmm.
what happens as that transpires, because that would be like that was almost what year and a half ago
Hmm.
that conversation happened. So yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us on YouTube and Instagram. Shout out to all the people that jumped in on Instagram. I got y'all pulled up different places, trying to see comments, trying to see who joined. But this has been episode 144. Look at the bottom ticker. You'll see all of our social media. Please follow us on all of those. Subscribe to your friends to subscribe and follow as well. Um, I am your man Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Wednesday Night Trey.
Hey y'all, it's your boy OTR Mic Drop, aka Wednesday Night Mic Drop, aka King Dreadlock. Boba Glot. Peace out, boy.
Peace, y'all.